So oystertainment, if you notice, sounds a lot like entertainment, but oystertainment is a term that was coined by Red Oyster. It basically is, I guess, entertaining with oysters. So if you have any kind of event, we could come in, we could shuck oysters for your guests, and we shuck them fresh. So we're standing up, we're walking around with these buckets, we're shucking oysters, chatting with your guests. You know, we'll exchange a few tidbits about oysters and how they taste, what they're like. That's oystertainment. At Ambler and Bloom, Red Oyster is going to walk around, shuck. We're going to shuck oysters. We're going to talk to the guests. We're going to let them know what we do, and you know, hopefully it'll be a nice little symbiotic exchange. So this is the hinge of the oyster, that's where the knife goes in. You jimmy it a little. Once it's in there, you kind of flip it. Clean your knife so that you don't get grit in there. Pry it open a little bit around the side. Cut the adductor muscle on top. Oh yeah. Look at that, that's beautiful. Then you slice the adductor muscle at the bottom so it dislodges the oyster. I have lemon, 2 kinds of hot sauce, mignonette, gin, and freshly cracked pepper. What would you like?
Gin. I've never done one with gin.
Well, then you have to do one with gin.
Try the gin.
I'm going to put a little bit of lemon on that for you. And you can dunk the shell in there. That's the best part about the setup.
Awesome.
Yeah, my pleasure. I think it's great to have a partnership like this. The benefit for the community is just, you know, it's just another excuse to sort of like come together, share your love for food, you know, during a happy time. Like this is, we have a lot of vendors here today, a lot of people coming in and out. Everyone's just having like a drink, eating some oysters, maybe sampling some cigars. So it's just a nice excuse to sort of bring people together. And I think food very specifically does that really well. Mostly when people come to us for our oysters, they love oysters, so they're like, oh my God, yes. So it's really nice to receive someone that way. And sometimes people who don't eat oysters, they come to us and they're like, no, I don't eat oysters, but this is so cool, you know, so it's fun. My main hope as an oystertainer with Red Oyster is that my guests leave satisfied. And I have had so many instances where somebody will be like, oh, I tried an oyster in like, when I went to France or when I went here or when I went there. I tried it a few years ago and I didn't like it. And I always tell them that the oysters that we serve are so easy to go down and it's pretty delicious. So for me to sort of turn around an opinion about oysters or just to have the opportunity to talk about oysters with somebody while I'm freshly shucking an oyster is just, you know, very satisfying for me, and I hope that it's satisfying for our guests too. Yeah.